Becky here with That Organic Mom. In a previous video, I told you that I would share my top 3 tips for growing your hair really long, and today's the day. So here we go. Tip number 1 for growing your hair really long is to cut your hair according to the lunar calendar. Morocco Method has a really nice and useful lunar hair chart that you can get in the description box below. I'll include the link. All you have to do is sign up for their email. You provide your name and your email address and I think your birth date here, and it will give you access to a lunar hair cutting chart. So I've done that now, and you can see this is the screen you get after you put in your information. And as you can see, you get this little calendar, the circular calendar, and it shows you the various dates that you should get your hair cut on if you want to lengthen your hair or whatever your goal is for your hair. And then there's other tips down here when it talks about what is lunar hair care, but you can do your own research about that. There's so much information on this website. They actually do sell hair care products that I also use, but you'll get this really nice chart and it tells you all of the best days for cutting your hair, when to cut your hair if you're working on strengthening or beautifying your hair, and it's just very detailed. But like I said, you can go on, and you do have to provide your email address to get the lunar chart, but they don't spam you really or anything. You just get the chart, and occasionally if they're having a sale, they probably send you an email, but they have specific shampoos that can help you if you have a need to lengthen your hair. This shampoo, this pine shell shampoo, is good. But basically what I've done for the past year and a couple of months is to have my hair cut about every 8-9 weeks and just basically use the lunar hair chart. Tip number 2 for growing your hair really long is to do a castor oil mask. I do an organic castor oil mask about once a week, and at the most every other week. I don't use straight castor oil. I do mix it with some organic extra virgin olive oil. This is not very expensive if you pick it up at Costco. And I use this little scalp massaging tool from Morocco Method, and I just use that to stimulate my scalp. And you can see I just have this little bottle here. There's a little bit left over from the last time I did this, and I just use the same bottle all the time. I basically just fill it up about a quarter of the way with olive oil, and then I top it off with another quarter of the way with castor oil. And I'm not going to show it here, but you can also use a little bit of essential oils, just being very careful about which ones you choose. I would not recommend any type of citrus oils, but maybe some mint or lavender or even some rosemary would be nice. And after you get your castor oil and your olive oil and your optional essential oils in the bottle, you just want to shake it up a little bit, and then you're basically ready to apply it to your scalp. Wear an old t-shirt while you're doing this so you don't stain your clothes. Using your squeeze bottle, just apply the oil throughout your scalp like this. And there's no real way to mess this up. You just want to get it thoroughly on your scalp. We're going to brush it through our hair in just a minute. And you can use this scalp massaging tool, or you can simply just use a regular hairbrush. If you do use a hairbrush, well, whatever you use, you will need to wash it with soap afterwards to get the castor oil off, because castor oil tends to be on the sticky side. After you get the castor oil worked all the way through your hair, just twist your hair up and secure it. And then I use these wide headbands to just keep the oil from dripping down onto my face and neck. And I use the same tools every time I do this. That way I don't have to worry about messing up anything. But these are the 2 headbands that I use every time I do a castor oil mask. I usually do this on a day when I'm staying home so I can leave the castor oil on my hair for most of the day. I have heard of some people doing this overnight, but I prefer not to sleep with castor oil in my hair. But after you've had it in for a few hours, then you can just shower as usual and dry your hair, and it will be nice and silky. And the castor oil stimulates hair growth, and it also helps if you have dry scalp. Do be careful in the shower if you are washing castor oil and olive oil out of your hair, because it can make the bathtub or shower floor slippery. Tip number 3 is to optimize your vitamin D levels and make sure you're getting plenty of nutrients from a healthy diet. I've written lots about this on my website, and you can check it out there at thatorganicmom.com.